Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Dawn and welcome to my library. Today's video is a big book haul video, and these are all books that I've got over the last few months. I've had like my birthday, things I've just bought for myself because I wanted them. I'll start with some old ones that I think are really cool. So I have a bit of an Alice in Wonderland obsession. I really like Alice in Wonderland. I have done for a really long time and I don't really know why, I just very much enjoy it. So my nonna, she found these really old Alice in Wonderland books for me. I think this is Through the Looking Glass actually, and it's literally that old. It's got sort of like mildew on it, which is nice, but you know, it's shows its age. I think it's actually older than my mum. Not that my mum is very old, sorry Dawn if you're watching this. Just saying, you know, as books go, you don't usually... I'm just gonna stop talking. 1962, older than both my parents. I've got them confused, but I think this one actually belonged to my great nonna, Mavis, and she's let me have it as a little gift. Thank you, great nonna Mavis. It's her 90th birthday this week, so very excited. And then I got this one. This was from my nonna, not my great nonna. She got this from a charity shop, I think. But it says Alice in Wonderland, but then it's also got like an advert for Ovaltine on the back, which is so funny. I don't think this one says when it was made, like published. This book belongs to Mavis Naylor from Bulwell, and so I thought that it was my great nonna's. So she has the same name as my great nonna. So if you know Mavis Naylor from Bulwell, then I have her book, unfortunately. I'm sure she'd be fine with it. So those are my Alice picks for the month. I have a whole Alice shelf, so if you'd like to ever see that... Ow, pulled my earrings out. All these earrings are made by the Groovy Goblin on Etsy and other social platforms, so if you like those glittery moons, have a look at them. So next I bought this for myself actually. Oh, I've just realised my other one hasn't arrived. Well, I'll just tell you about it anyway. This is the hardback version of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I read on Audible. But I love it so much, and I just think the cover is so pretty. It's just so Evelyn. And the inside is white. I mean, not the inside of the book, obviously the pages are white, but like the front cover. And I just thought, ooh, it's very fancy. It's very lightweight though, it's not like hardback. I mean, it's not like a heavy hardback. So, Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It says on the back, Evelyn Hugo, dearest, I always promised I'd tell you the full story one day. All my love, Evelyn. So it's her telling her story finally when she's very old. Well, I mean, she's old, yeah. She's a fictional character, she's not going to be offended. She was very old. The next book that did I buy this for myself? Oh no, I got this for my birthday. This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. This is part of a duology, so it's this Savage Song and don't know the next one. I guess I will find out one day if I like it. Apparently it's about the monsters. Something to do with monsters and music. Monsters that play musical instruments? Unsure. I'll read it and let you know. Then I bought myself, under immense sort of peer pressure, The Night Circus. I nearly said In the Night Garden then. Did anyone used to watch that one? I guess I only watched it because I have a baby brother who watches it, but watched in the past. What a weird programme that was. Did anyone... like, what was going on there? All I know about this is that there's a circus that turns up at night. So it says, the circus arrives without warning. No announcements precede it. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. A circus at night. Okay. But apparently it's really gorgeous writing, and I quite like a bit of gorgeous writing. The Night Circus, not In the Night Garden. No iggle-peggle. No iggle-piggle for me. Then this was actually another present, not even for my birthday, just because people know I love Alice in Wonderland. My boyfriend's mum bought me this. It's called Unbirthday, and it's part of the Twisted Tale series. This is by Liz Braswell, and it says, so the Twisted Tales series is like twisted versions of Disney films. So not the original, like, not the original Alice, but like the Disney Alice. And it says, what if Wonderland was in peril? That was like, what if, am I a Cockney geezer? What if Wonderland was in peril and Alice was very, very late? Wasn't she late anyway? Wasn't that the whole point where she was just like, we're late, we're late? It's quite a big book. I thought these were for children, but apparently not. Look at this chunky boy. It's 500 pages. I only read 2 books in September, 3 books in September. Like, what was I doing? I had a lot going on. I was decorating my house. Forgive me. Then we have a series that I've read before, but I just thought, oh, the books are so pretty. This series, goodness me, this series is called, very attractive there, Nutty. Well, I don't think the series has a name. It's the 3 Dark Crowns, 1 Dark Throne, 2 Dark Reigns and 5 Dark Fates. And then I've got the novella called The Queens of Fenburn. It's got 2 books, like 2 stories in there. And I'm just reading through them because the last one I haven't read yet, and I thought, do you know what, I need these. Because they've got like maps in them and stuff, and I just think they're so good. I love these ones. The series is about an island called Fenburn. It's a matriarchy, which is so cool to read about because, boy, I would love that. So there's queens, the queens belong to the island. I feel like I've not described that very well, but so every generation there are 3 queens born to the previous queen, triplets, but they are not, the person who birthed them is not their mother. They belong to the island. So it's like surrogate for the island, I guess. But the 3 queens, when they turn 16, they have like an ascension year where they have to kill one another, and the last remaining queen becomes the queen of the island, and then she has a king consort, and then when her reign is over, the goddess will send their triplets, and then when you've had the triplets, you get sent off to the mainland, which is like basically like Victorian England kind of. It doesn't say so, but those are the vibes I get from it. You like follow the 3 lives of the teenage queens. So there's, oh, and they have powers. Just forgot to mention that vital part of the story. There's Mirabella, who's the elemental queen, and they live with like foster families until they're ready to either become queen or get killed. There's Mirabella, who's the elemental queen, so she controls like fire, water, wind, whatever. There's Arsinoe, who's the naturalist queen, so they can like grow flowers. That makes it sound really rubbish, but it's better than that. And they get familiars, like little animals, not little animals, you know, animals. Well, I guess they could be small. And then there's well, I think it's Catherine, but then I think the author pronounces it Katarine. But then it's Queen Katarine, and I don't like a rhyme. Katarine is the poisoner queen. It's like Katarine the queen, well, whatever. Her name is Catherine, I guess. Cat. So she's a poisoner. So poisoners, they can ingest poison without dying, but also they poison other people as part of their... It's not really a power, it's more of a hobby. They poison people, that's just their thing. You get like little poisoner kids running around with like poison wine, like num 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 num. The next one I got because I have a real good contact at Waterstones. It gets me some discounts. Thanks. Oh, it's the radiators. We just got our boiler fixed, so we're like getting used to all these new sounds in the house. Now there's all these like noises, and it's the radiators. At least we're warm. This is called The Deathless Girls. Did I choose it because of the cover? Yeah, absolutely I did. I don't think I even read the blurb, but it's a retelling of... Oh, it's the origin story of the Brides of Dracula. Well, I even like that. We'll see. They say the thirst for blood is like a madness. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, do you know what? I bought it now. I'm going to enjoy it. Look at these. It's red. Okay, that's all I know about it. But look how pretty this is. And this one I bought, again, with my Waterstones contact. I don't really have a Waterstones contact. I just have a friend that buys me books from Waterstones. This is called T is for Tree. Absolutely stunning. But I did like the blurb, so... it wasn't so, you know. This one seems to be about like a boy who's sort of trapped inside somewhere, and then he's like not allowed out, and then there's someone moves in next door, Very much seems to be a little bit like Everything. The one where she has that real like deathly disease and she can't go out, and then the boy moves in next door and they like talk to each other through the windows. Seems a bit like this, but I think it's a bit darker than that, and there seems to be a tree. I don't know. There's a tree. I'm thinking maybe it's magical realism, but I have no idea. So again, tune in next month to see if I've read it and see if I like it. Then we've got some graphic novels. This is the 7th in a series. It's called Space Boy. I have such a bone to pick with it. Like, it's about a girl who moves to Earth from space, and it's called Space Boy. I just think, could there not have been, and okay, maybe throughout the series I'm sort of getting hints to something why it would be called Space Boy, but also it doesn't get to that point till like at least the 8th book, if it is even what I think it's going to be. So why not call it Space Girl, because she's actually from space. She lived on like a moon or something. It's really cute though. It's about this girl called Amy who lived on, oh I've forgotten, but she lives on like a moon or something, or like a rock, not a rock, but she lives on something in space, and it's like a mining town in space, and there's like no jobs, and so her mum and dad have to move to Earth, but to get there they have to be frozen in like a spaceship so that they don't age, so they don't lose out on life. So by the time she gets to Earth, all her best friends are like 30 years old. She's still a teenager, and she's like finding her feet on Earth. She has synesthesia. Is that when you can like taste smells and, no, hang on, taste like colours, or she basically, everybody to her has a flavour. So if like they're evil, they'll taste like poison. I don't know. Or if they're like there's one girl, for example, she's not, I would say she's a bit of a bully, but she's like a bit of a mean girl, but she has a good heart as well. So she's like cinnamon and orange. She's quite like bright, but then she's got a bit of like a spice to her. That kind of thing. It's really cute. This one got a bit dark actually though. It was a bit like she was contemplating lots of things. Bless her heart. She couldn't even climb up the stairs because like the oxygen levels were different to where she was from, and she was like, whew, very out of breath. Feel the same, to be honest. Then I got this one called Lovelace and Babbage. I actually bought this because I'm under the impression that Ada Lovelace is from or has something to do with Nottingham, which is where I'm from. I don't know if she is. She's the only legitimate heir or kid of Lord Byron, and Lord Byron was actually buried like around the corner from my old house, and he was buried with an erection. So and this is his daughter, and she like basically invented computers or something like that, and it seems like it's quite funny. So it's like a little graphic novel about how they invented it, and it's like some of it's true, some of it's not. It's a bit like a little jokey one. I do think Ada Lovelace has something to do with Nottingham. I need to do more research because I feel like, I don't think Byron's buried here, but did he live here? I don't think he did. I think we just claimed him. Like everything in the town where he's buried, where I'm from, like everything's called like the Byron Bingo, the Byron Cinema, the Byron Cafe. Like, I'm exaggerating, it's not all like that, but did he live here? I don't know. Literary people, let me know. I could Google it, I know that. I love a funny graphic novel that's actually like teaching me something as well. The other book that it's on the way, I bet it's arriving like today or tomorrow, is the Daisy Jones and the Six hardback cover as well. I got it on like a second-hand website for like £3. I hope you enjoyed this haul and you think you might find a book to read from it. That's kind of like the idea of these for me, is like to help people find a book to read. I don't know, 'cause sometimes just reading the blurb is a bit boring. So I'll read it for you, maybe make it more interesting. Probably not though. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in my library. She lived on like a moon or something.